republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Nick's not here, so Jeff, we'll open the meeting with you.
All righty. I'll zip through here pretty quickly. There's not a lot of updates. Still waiting on community crossings grant announcements. INPA's still doing the pole replacements. I contacted Robert Young from Lawn America here in town to give me a quote on weed eating. He said he'd have something for me today. I still haven't gotten anything as of this date. Billy Bettis did provide a quote of $1,590. That's bi-weekly for both cemeteries. So if you take that an average of, generally people mow for about 30 times, 30 weeks. So half that bi-weekly, we come out to about $23,850 for Billy. We can wait and see if we get something from Mr. Young in the next few days and bring it up at the next meeting, or I can proceed whatever you want to do. Before we get to that, though, we need to think about part-time workers. Applications are due next Thursday, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. At that time, we'll go ahead and make job offers on that Friday, and then at the board, I'll bring them and let you know who I hired on that for your approval. We'll probably get them started that week, the 4th. What I'd like to do is hire at least 2 people. For that, I've advertised for 3 if you're feeling generous. But I think with what we do with the cemetery, probably only going to be able to swing, 1 for sure, maybe 2. I don't know that we can cut 3. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. Project status, don't really have any new info on that other than the fact that Roger did get an updated PER report for Cindy today with cost estimates on it. I know that she had requested that for him for the application, and he got that into her today. So,
okay, and that's the water project that is going. Which one is that?
That's the water improvement.
The water improvement one.
Yes. Maybe I should put it that way.
Okay.
Water improvement.
Okay.
And then water extension, and that way we can separate the two.
Okay, so she's got updated PER with cost.
Yep.
Okay, and that was as of today. What is today? 21st.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Sewer expansion. Brian Hood is ready to set bid dates and that kind of thing, but obviously Nick's not here. Are we all set on the right-of-way stuff?
Well, I was hoping to see Nick tonight. I should have emailed him earlier today. I had a call from Mr. Gooch last week. Well, he doesn't know what status of anything is. I should show in our minutes we approved the payment to him.
As long as you sign it.
He said he was all good, so I don't know. And I talked to Brandy today too, the gal that she works with. What's her name? Skip, the guy?
It's a girl.
The lady that he works with, Skip, that Brian works with, she's a right-of-way guru, I guess. Can you reach out to her maybe and just
I asked her the other day, like I said, if she has everything, and she said yes, but she has not sent me all the final paperwork to release payment.
Well, can you see if you could get her to do so, and we can move it along? I mean, if Brian's ready to set bid dates, we need to get that final thing
I
cleared.
told him not to set any bid dates until we had everything.
Well, okay, so Brandy,
and I would let him know when everything was.
We'll see what she can find out.
Clear.
And then I guess let Jeff know, and he can talk to Brian and so on and so forth.
South Market, we're supposed to be expecting the FMIS PO approval for the right-of-way stuff. The delays on NDOT side, they had 2 weeks down for software, hardware maintenance on their computer, but I'm expecting to get that back. Was sometime this week, probably. So we should be okay on that.
Doesn't it always say you just have to set one more meter or one more?
Oh, yeah. Now we got 2 set over at New Hope. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I got two water meters set over there. We still have 1. I forgot about 1. So Anyway,
Did they get the fence taken care of? There was some concern that the fence was way out far in the right of way, in the driving lane,
which fence?
their construction fence.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Yes, it's not, it's moved.
Okay.
Haven't heard about that. So on the South Market, also, Ken Olson just forwarded me today here the close of business, final design on the pavement. I looked it over, it looked okay. I forwarded that to you, Dave. It's just all the engineering specs and the cross section of the actual pavement and the brick pavers and stuff. And I'll forward that out to you guys as well.
Did he send, I believe at the last meeting we had with him, we talked about having 2 or 3 options for the west side of the square?
I think this is just for the pavement.
Just the pavement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's also something there about sidewalks, and I'll just send it to you and let you guys look at them.
All right.
And if you have
Thanks.
any questions, we
Send
can
Liddy
forward
to-
them to. We
Well,
can forward them
all
to.
of us would include me.
Okay, well, just want to make sure you get your fair share.
That way you can take a look at them. I have a hard time looking at blueprints. I can see the cross
Tell me
sections.
about it.
and
Show me a
things
picture,
like
some
that,
color
but-
and whatnot. I can kind of grasp that stuff.
Yeah, or a longitudinal view, but the side views are difficult for me. So I can do that. 41 Jefferson Street project. Again, that's kind of a Nick thing.
Well,
So we
you
get
know,
some-
based on the design we decided to go with, we're inside our right of way, so there are no requirements.
I thought that Ken said that there was some kind of document that we needed to get.
We still need to get some sort of document.
Yes. I
Okay.
think. Let me follow up with him on that. But
Yeah,
I thought that was one of the things that he had told me from the meeting last Monday that I needed to do.
well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a document stating that we're within the right of way.
I think he said it was a Nick thing, but
I'm sure it is.
I'll double check.
Say there's
That's
only
why I
about
put
4
a
people that's even gonna be involved in it, so.
yeah. That's why I put a question mark there on my little note. I'll check with Ken on that. Jackson Voorhees, the scope of the project has expanded a little bit to include Beetle Street sizing, and also they would like to do some CIP, the plastic tube that runs through the
And, you know,
sewer.
after we talked about that the other night, Jeff, I swear, and I could be totally wrong, but I thought we did some CIP work on those. It's part of the sewer in one of those streets.
I thought we did too.
Does that ring? Yeah, it sounds familiar. I mean, you know, as old as I
Because we were,
get.
yeah, because we were trying to figure out why.
So I don't know.
What street are you thinking?
Voorhees and Jackson, one of
No,
those.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything done on Jackson.
I thought it was.
Well, it could have been on Voorhees, but I swear there was some work done on one of those. Doggone it, and I don't know. It would been structure point would have been engineered. They would have contracted it out. You need
But
to.
was that prior to this last sewer rehab project
Yes.
that we did?
Oh yes, yes.
Way before then.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was done, I mean, let's say 15, 16, 17 era time frame, I'm guessing. Help me.
14, 15.
Well, I don't know, is that far back, but
Time gets away.
time does get away.
The only 2 projects I remember is we did a small one on Erie, and we did that collapse up on College.
Well, I remember the trucks. I remember those trucks being around town, not those.
Well, I'm not saying there wasn't more, but
I'm just trying to figure out how Jeff can run that data down. We,
Should be all down there at the plant.
well, you want,
I've got a lot of CDs and
well,
VHS tapes and
yeah, but it'd be worth to find out. Maybe we should, Kevin, what, you got some free time, want to go look through a bunch of old data?
Sure.
By the way, appreciate getting the minutes out. They were good.
anyway, that's going to necessitate a revised work order agreement from Roger. I'll get that to you guys when I get it, and so you can see what the damage is going to be on that.
So basically, the rest of the board, I don't know, you kind of get y'all up to date. I don't want to jump on your your stuff here, Jeff. But what's going on Beetle or on Howard? And jump in if I say something wrong here. But on Howard, there's a baffle at a collection box to divert some water away from Howard to go down between the houses in Jackson and Voorhees, and it hits the collection box there, and then it goes west to the Beetle Street drainage ditch. Well, there's a question of one, what's the condition of the line off Howard down between the houses, and then
Old and not good.
and then the line that comes off Howard down Beetle, it was in a future project at some point to upgrade that, so we could take the baffle out and just put all the water down that way and none down the other way. So Roger's going to investigate and see if we just, Jeff, do away with that one, perhaps, coming off down.
Yeah, possibly. Doing away with that one and just routing everything down Beetle with the enlarged pipe.
Yeah, and it just fascinating. I probably heard it before, forgot, but reminded the other night at the meeting, we actually have stormwater pipes that run under a house or two in a garage over there. It's just wow. So we need to move those.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I would assume the lines were there before that.
Well, that's probably built on them. Yeah, they're old.
Which
They're
you're
old.
supposed to not do that, aren't you?
Well, back then they just kind of winged it. Okay, Jeff, sorry.
That's okay. Water Extension East project,
Yeah, that one.
application for PER funding on that. I really don't have any changes at this point in time. We're just kind of waiting to see what kind of funding we get on that, and then we can move forward. Jackson building, the gravel lot's complete. We have the IMPA would like to meet and discuss charging stations on either the 25th, or they can also be available generally anytime during the week of the 28th.
Well, are they wanting to do that in person or over?
Yeah, no, they're
Okay.
wanting to come down here and meet with us, maybe over lunch and
Okay.
kind of
There's
talk about some
Food
of the,
involved? Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. Where are we at here? March. Where are we at here? Where's
If
March?
they give you any kind of indication of what they want to do, I mean,
Not really. It's more informational for us so that we can pick a path and kind of get in our own minds what all this involves.
The 28th. I could squeeze in something on the 28th. Anybody else got some time availability on the 28th? Maybe want to meet with these guys or just
I might.
yeah,
Do lunch.
food.
Oh,
So why don't you try to set something up for the 28th, Jeff?
Okay. 28th at noon.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But I think the lot looks good, I think. McCall did a nice job on it. I was very pleased with the work that they did, so appreciate it.
sidewalk looks good too.
Yeah, that was interesting watching them pour that. Some of this park stuff, pool house renovation, we've received no bids. We decided we'll re-advertise in July. Water main repair on Martin and the hydrant replacements by UMAC. I think they're still trying to shoot here on getting those taken care of within the next month or so. They were thinking March sometime. I don't know, Troy. You may have a better idea on your schedule than I do, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think within the next 3 weeks it should be done.
Yeah.
It's gonna hold me to it.
Trust me, I know how schedules go.
But I know he got the material either ordered or it's priced out. I know that. He did that before he left.
Okay. Still waiting on the rebuild numbers, I think, for the clarifier project.
We just talked about that.
Okay.
So I haven't heard anything from that.
Yep. And we're still trying to see if we can resize our blower. Okay. We'll get those numbers to you when we can. Roof repair at Beechwood Park Pool. The park board made a recommendation that they hire Levi Fisher to do a metal pitched roof. The estimate on that, or the quote, was $20,200
Really?
200.
For the whole roof?
Yep.
for the whole
And the
pitched
trusses.
metal roof.
Are you going to do the
With
gutters?
trusses and
Probably.
About a four I think, to 1 pitch.
What color?
I don't know. We didn't talk about that.
I figured you may want to.
Do we want to do blue?
Blue probably might be appropriate for a pool house.
That's true. I thought maybe you'd want to go gold like the pavilion.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
No, I think blue actually is a nice color. And then we can,
that would make sense.
I was just
for a
thinking
pool.
green because it seems like all of park buildings are green roofs.
true. But this is a pool building.
Right, and all that.
and the blue would reflect the water and be low.
Fine by me. As long as it doesn't leak.
Exactly.
So with your okay, I'll go ahead and contact Levi and get him to go ahead on that. We had some quotes for lights on the ball field. I presented that to the park board also, and we're going to table that. It's pretty expensive. We're going to try to get
Well,
my electric department is going to replace poles and cross arms, and we're going to use
it sounds
just
like a
some lights.
great fundraiser project and pull in multiple entities in the community, sort of like we did the foundation. We had a great
Well,
response for
and
that.
I mean, Rosedale just
Not
had a
the-
big
or the-
fundraiser for
the depot.
for restrooms and
Yeah.
concession at their park.
What'd she say they made that night? $4,000
I think so.
in one night.
Wow,
From a spaghetti dinner.
It's been dang good.
gotta love that spaghetti.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we have an idea what we need. Is just figuring out how to fund it.
Yeah, it's something we can't swing by ourselves for sure.
And you know well, that's park board stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think
We're working on it.
okay.
Yep.
Dave, the drainage at the ball fields, nobody still approached me about where they want that stuff. I haven't heard from your contact. So I'm up in the air still on that. If they want to try to put some drainage in, all they got to do is let me know.
And you said you reached out to Zach, didn't you?
Yeah.
He didn't come to the park board.
No. So I don't think. Was that fair?
No,
He wasn't at the last one either, was it?
it was just us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think maybe
Leanne for a little bit.
let me reach back out to them both and see what their thoughts are instead of them waiting for to come to me. I'll reach out to them. Still getting some estimates on park pavilion painting, light replacements at Beetwood Park. I know the park board, I presented them with some numbers on getting some of those converted over to LED. It's just a matter of them trying to look at the financing and figure out how many they want to do, if any. I'd like for them
Hopefully
to.
half this year.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Brandy's checking it out.
Yeah.
So just jump on a tangent here. I was out in the opportunity to walk the main drag for 41 the other day, looking at those light poles we have on there, and those darn covers. Most of them.
I got to spend some time on them.
Well, I noticed that there's a big zip tie, black one, used to kind of hold. Could you use a zip tie? It looks like they've been those little like doors, whatever they are.
I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to drill those out and
Can they be drilled? Are they cast?
the screws.
Oh, the broke. Yeah.
I think what I'm going to have to do is just drill those screws out and then reattach them with some kind of self-tapping.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them have
They popped off.
had problems.
I tried using adhesive
Yeah.
last summer and it didn't survive the winter. So
But could you get a big black zip tie and just put on there? I know there's already one on. Well, seriously, yeah, I'm serious. There's already one used on those for the part of the
For the
base.
base.
That
Yes,
sounds like something I'd do.
it blends right in. It blends right in. You have to really look to see
you
it.
can't hardly see
The problem is, though, these are kind of. It's just my first idea. Something might be better than that adhesive. You guys look at it, but it looks like a job. Like
That's
duct
what I was
tape.
going to say.
Oh.
Well, anything to hold them on is better than not.
Yeah.
Well-
Yeah, I'll try something, but I think, like I said, I'm probably just going to have to
Drill them.
drill them and reattach them that way.
Okay.
All right, one more water meter, and that goes to the at New Hope, and that goes to the community building. Also, one transformer that goes there, and they still need one sewer tap.
Is anybody living there yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
I think people are still having trouble getting hold of
That's
people.
what I've heard. Did you say their computers had been down for a couple of weeks? Yeah.
No, that was in dock.
Oh, okay.
It was in dock. They've had they.
I mean, you've got units that are ready, right?
I thought so, because I thought last time Cindy was here.
Okay.
All right, the last thing, Mary Jane Evans contacted me today, wanted to know what we were going to do with the new parking lot out on York Street during the Bridge Festival. She volunteered the Methodist Church would be interested in using it as a fundraiser by charging for parking during the Bridge Fest. I told her we hadn't made any determination what we were going to do with that, but this time that I would throw it out there to the board for consideration.
Well, you have 26 spots. If you're $5 a spot, turn them 3 times a day. 10 days be $3,900 roughly. Some, but you might turn them more. I don't know, maybe 5 times a day.
So it's public parking.
Well, it is.
So how do we determine one entity over another?
Well, that's a good question. I was wondering the same thing.
I don't think we should. I'll just tell you up front. I don't think we should.
Well, if
I think that's gonna get
anyone,
into
Liddy
a-
had a fabulous idea. She thought perhaps public safety, aka fire and police, might want to participate in
Well,
raising.
they're not too busy during that time.
Well, I don't know. Maybe some of the maybe some of your
Volunteer or reserves and
Reserves or
volunteer
something. I don't
fire.
Neil Worth. You're volunteering Neil Worth. Okay, great idea, Neil. You hear that? But I don't. It's just an idea. But yeah, I agree, Melissa. We need to look at it. It is public parking, and
I mean, like Mark does his, but it's private. He owns
Right.
it. And the other lots they're privately owned. This is
The
a,
library
It looks
used to
like
let the church, and I think
but that's not.
one, yeah.
it's not private either. But they used to let the church do it, and somebody else. I think they still let somebody. No, they don't. They quit doing that.
I just think
So-
that's opening
They
up
park,
something.
they already get the 36th floor. Are they getting back
yes,
out there?
they no.
They usually manage to mess it
They're
up.
expanding, just like any well-ran organization. They want to expand.
But I mean, you've got other, or like post prom and people like that. Then.
Oh yeah, have those.
I just think you're opening it up. Because then somebody's going to say, well, why didn't, why can't we get it? Why didn't you open it up? Why didn't you,
Yeah.
Perhaps
I
we'll
admire
take it
her.
under advisement.
I admire her go get it attitude. But yeah,
Please say we table it till
Table it.
next year. And we'll
Okay.
Can you
see
maybe
what-
give us a chance to talk to commission about maybe, like I said, public safety, something like that between the fire department and
well, yeah, it's just another option.
Well, you just said, how bad do they tear up Mark's lot?
no, they're totally disorganized.
Oh.
Methodist Church.
Okay.
They
Jeff,
block
you
everybody
need
in.
approval on something here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't need approval on anything, I don't think. I was just throwing that out for consideration. If you'd like for me to relay that it's been tabled. We really haven't thought about it much up until this point. And we'll kick it around a little bit and get back to them with them later.
Okay.
That is the conclusion of my list.
Okay. Ian, do you have something for us?
I do. I was given a report by the chief to share. The first 6 new vests came in today. Some of the officers have them now. The grant application for the additional vests and various accoutrements that go with that has been submitted to Marathon Pipeline Company. He has not received any word back from them. The grant for body cameras has been submitted. He hasn't got anything back, but they're not supposed to award anything until April 1st. The new hire spent her first week working last week. Began her training, Operation Pullover and Stop Arm Patrol enforcement is ongoing until the end of this month. And then he has monthly statistics. You guys really want me to read those to you, or do you just want to read them?
Thanks,
You have anything else?
sir.
Thanks.
Are you going back out, are you?
I'm gonna go find somebody.
Okay, well, good luck. Thank you.
Somebody that's one.
I forgot to ask Bruce and Troy if they had anything.
I was gonna get to them.
Okay. I didn't know if they were on there. Yep. they're on there.
You guys have anything?
Nothing new right now, so that's a good thing.
The only thing I have in, our contract for the water is up in April. So I'll present you with the new one, or at the end of April, with the new one.
How much you going up?
One year.
You only did a 1 year for the water.
Okay.
You
Well, I was
did two
thinking
for the
23
sewer.
for some reason, but okay.
Was that because Cody was maybe getting?
Yeah, so we just did a one just to limp it along. So I'll get something together and we'll get it to you at the next meeting.
Is it going up?
What?
Is it going to go up?
Wow. I don't think so.
Has it-
Not much.
Okay, okay.
Has anything not?
Well, you know, I don't know. I don't think so.
What's that?
Price of fuel, we gotta,
Price of fuel is, oh my, yeah,
that kills us.
yeah, it's getting bad.
Hey, it's on the way down. From ridiculous to less ridiculous.
Gotta use it.
That's all
Good. Well, I guess we'll have Brandy get her thing
Okay,
going.
here you go. Minutes, I already sent them to you. There's 3 sets
Yes,
there.
yes. Yeah, I've got the 7/21st and God, what was the other one? The 28th. I don't know if there's anything.
Dang, that's little.
You know, the 21st, that's where we approved the payment to Mr. Gooch.
Does it say I just sent?
Yeah. So yeah, I moved to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Claims in the amount of $366.55.80.
Make a motion to approve.
Oh, now, man, I want to talk, man. Give me a second. Just a second.
Thank everybody.
Um,
Everybody was at all those meetings. I think.
Yeah, let's see, claims. Yeah. Well, just looking at the fuel costs is the main thing. Yeah, Kevin, where are you? Kevin, do you give the police commission, public safety commission, do you give them accounts payable register?
No.
John Frank has asked for the information once a month, so he gets an email once a month
Okay.
to distribute.
And we got some sort of report from Randy.
Well,
Has that started yet? Has it gotten that report yet? We got one from Randy about mileage and
John,
usage.
yeah, I got this.
well, here's
last
what's
month.
interesting in these, and the back of every appropriation, that's what you call these things, accounts payable register. The last page or two is where all the police and fire, public safety expenses are located, and it's just always interesting. I like to look through all the different things, but that's where those are at. You know, for February we had $2,130 in fuel for police, and you figure divide by $4, that's 525 gallons, average 20 miles a gallon, it's 10,500 miles.
I don't think they average 20 miles.
I don't know, but it's just wow. You know, it is what it is. It's just interesting to look at it and run some numbers, and
How come the town didn't buy bulk?
well, then you probably have to worry
Come
about
on, tanks.
shrinkage. You ever heard of shrinkage?
No.
Well,
It's warming up.
sometimes stuff just yeah.
I hear you, but I'm just saying.
You'd have to have a tank to store it. And I don't know. You might save a little. It's an interesting thing to look into. You know,
Above ground tanks.
a lot of farm, yeah, above ground. Definitely, a lot of farmers do it for that reason. But you do have the other problems can present themselves when you have something sitting around.
Just so you know, we have, as Vinny can attest, we've been discussing the mileage and trying to get a grip on mileage. Hey, we don't want them just sitting, we want them patrolling.
Right.
But the mileage and the gas usage has been a topic for the commission.
Oh, I bet it has. Yeah, it's a lot of miles. Anyway, I moved to approve.
I already did.
Oh, I second. Did you second?
Yep.
Oh, it's all we're all good. Okay.
Aye.
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 Wait on you.
Aye. Sorry. Well, that was a fun conversation.
Okay, here I have
What?
several bank checks. So there's January and February, and they all should have a sticker on them, and they are all balanced.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
After Park asked questions.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna ask any questions on these. They look, oh shoot,
You're good then?
I'm good.
All in favor?
Hi.
Did somebody second it?
You met
I-
Melissa. Okay, sign wherever there's a tag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good lord. Can we just get stamps? Stamps. Well, some of them are pretty nice. They have some
I
nice
know.
Okay, while you're signing those, I just wanted to note that I did obtain CD rates from First Financial Bank. So their 1 year as of March 18th CD rate is 0.20%, which is still lower than what our current CDs are renewing at. So I just had to have something documented in my minutes that I did obtain a rate quote. So that'll just be part of the minutes for tonight. I did want to go ahead, the park board had their meeting on the community foundation on their endowment funds, and they would like to go ahead and do their available grant options of the pool endowment of $4,857.22. There's their Rockville Area Incorporated endowment of $3,170.71, and they have a Hayes Family Pool endowment grant disbursement of $8,345. So the park board would like to take those disbursements. I just need to get those. I can get those signed and back to the foundation tomorrow.
Should we make a motion?
Yeah, if you don't mind, please.
So moved. Second.
Let me look through
All in
this.
favor?
No, I'm making my motion. You can vote
I
for or
want
against.
to look at it for a minute. It's just interesting. Well, that's pretty nice.
Did you?
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll get the. Huh? Yeah.
she did. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in favor.
Aye.
I asked her, and nobody seemed to care, so.
So the last one, is that the Marjorie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good old Marjorie.
We haven't seen Cindy for a while.
Who, Cindy?
Cindy's not here,
Yeah.
so any old business? Any new business?
Gosh.
Racking your brain.
Well, you know, on the way here, over on Anderson, I got to thinking, of course, this puts it way out there, but man, you know, we're looking at, they're over there marking stuff. I assume that's for them to come in and do some surveying, and, you know, we could get that road reclassified and go for a complete rebuild. Of course,
Well,
it
that's
pushes.
what we were going to do.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was too, but now we're talking about, like we did on Howard and South Market. You get it reclassified as a non-local, and then you have to go and seek funding through. It's actually federal money that flows through the state.
Which at this point, they'd probably push it out to
Oh,
2030.
they push it out definitely, but
Yeah, I don't.
I've always talked about doing that, but going ahead and paving it, cause it was gonna be.
Because it was so
5 or 6
bad, yeah.
years, so
well,
Yeah, it
if
can't
we even
last.
got it to
okay.
reclassify.
That does sound familiar.
Were you gonna be able to reclassify it because it kind of dead ends?
Well,
That
it's a
cuts
major
around back
thoroughfare
to
to Marshall
Right,
Road.
right.
I mean, there's two accesses to Marshall Road. You've got Erie and you got Anderson. You know, it's one. I don't know, Jeff. I mean, only someone familiar with that program, how it works, could
And it
tell
gets
us.
traffic out there to some of the Amish businesses, whether it should or shouldn't.
But yeah, it just crossed my mind as I'm driving on. I guess I don't
'Cause
know.
I thought,
Well, I mean, didn't we decide we're gonna push it back a year?
Or we're gonna push it to this summer and possibly do
community
during the
crossing.
second call using community crossings, depending on how Roger engineers the curb and sidewalk addition.
But that would
See what
still
it
put
costs.
it to next
Next
spring.
year. For,
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Okay.
More than likely, because they wouldn't make their announcement until, what, maybe September.
September, I think.
So what's
You'd be hard pressed to get it done.
yeah? Well, what's the status of our
Find out maybe.
Durapatch
Oh.
machine? Is that thing?
Yeah, off and on. It's another piece of equipment that we're gonna have to look at. replacing.
Why did we get rid of the
Eventually.
other one to the county?
On another note too, along those same lines regarding equipment, our line truck that we know we're gonna have to replace is, if we ordered a brand new one today, it'd be 2 years before it would be delivered.
Which truck?
The line truck, the digger truck for our electric.
Oh, that's
department.
electric. I'm in street now.
Yeah, no, I'm in electric because they had it out over on Strawberry Road here last week, and the main cylinder started leaking.
Yeah.
So that's not good. We're going to see if we can find somebody to rebuild that.
Well, the Durapatch, I mean, does it work? Does it work partially?
Yeah, it works with a lot of tender loving care from Alan,
Yeah.
but it's really seen its better days.
Well, what are they? 30,000? I can't remember what the last one
Yeah,
cost.
they're a little salty. Evidently, there's a guy in Coatesville that makes them, that they get them from. Coatesville. Doug and I were talking about this the other day. But
Well, and I know the holes are getting pretty big.
yeah.
Just wondering when we might have that thing out, or even if it works.
On a positive
Yeah, it
note, they're
works.
not as bad as a lot of places I've been lately.
Really? Where are you going?
Just out and about.
Just out and about?
Greencastle was horrible.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know. Just hopefully we can get something done there soon on some of them. I'm sure we're going to start hearing more about them. If you haven't already. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll shut up.
Oh,
I haven't seen
I'm
it
just
on
listening.
Chatter yet.
Huh?
I haven't seen it on Chatter yet.
Oh.
Does
Well,
anybody-
now you will. Now you will. Kevin's back there taking notes.
Kevin, do you have anything you want to add?
About
Anything?
anything.
Public comment?
One thing was about like New Hope. 'Cause whatever, somehow when you get on any type of board in this town, all of a sudden people at the Legion or whatever decide you know about it. Like I had Mary Beth Paddock ask me about Erie Street's pavement. So is the New Hope thing, if people are pissing and knowing about what's going on, how do we get in there? Is it going to be HUD housing? Is it going to be
Very nice.
Low income? Affordable housing is what everybody had the opinion it was going to be, and now it's going to be low income housing.
No.
It's income based. Your rent is based on income, and it's if you stay there for 15 years, they apply your rent toward the purchase price.
And isn't there a staggered? I mean, so many units go to a certain income,
Yes,
and
there
so many units go to
there
another
is a certain
income.
number that does go to low income, a certain number that goes to elderly, and the rest is all income.
It's a mixture of. It's not a simple answer as most
I
things
think
aren't
it's
these days.
4 income based,
But
or
it
4
is-
low and
It's
4.
being developed as it's planned to be developed.
Yes.
As far as
Yes.
low income goes.
Yeah, they have to do that to get the funding through the state they're using to help build it. They have to stay with that. So it's a broad spectrum of income. You have so many units for low, and then so many in the next category, and so many for elderly. I wish I had. We have that data somewhere, I'm
I
sure.
think it's 4 for elderly.
Cindy Todd, get a hold of
4
Cindy.
for
She probably has
Okay.
the actual.
low income.
And of course, the drainage is always a thing. Steve and I, and me in particular, and why there's no retention pond, but that's water.
Yeah, I don't know why
Water
they
down
did
sewer
with
pipe.
the retention pond. Looks like they built in every square inch.
Yeah, 'cause there's no
Unfortunate.
room.
I think the kick for me was that they said that Greg Lorman, the county surveyor, allowed them to get rid of it, which I don't understand what the county surveyor had to do with it.
He doesn't even do surveying.
Yeah, I don't know, Kevin.
So anyway, just a couple of questions keep popping up over the damn thing. 'Cause it gets up on that stupid Park County chatter, and people pissing on about the housing, this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden they corner to Legion or the Elks or wherever you're at. And
You gonna advertise on there?
Where? No. No. No.
okay, ask and answer.
I stick
thank you.
professional organization.
Let me talk to you real quick after the meeting about that.
Okay.
Anybody got anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?